Welcome to a world where mystery and intrigue collide, where personal stories unfold, and where the journey of self-discovery begins. Get ready to embark on a thrilling adventure with the Chronicles of Siggy, your go-to-YouTube channel for all things true crime, personal drama, and the roller coaster ride of navigating life as a newly single individual. In this digital space, we'll delve into the depths of unsolved mysteries, presenting riveting true crime stories that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Join us as we meticulously unravel the clues, expose hidden secrets, and shed light on the darkest corners of the human psyche. But that's not all. Even though our original YouTube journey may have started out as a true crime channel, Chronicles of Siggy has evolved into something new. It's a platform where heartfelt personal narratives take center stage. We will bring you gripping tales of tragedy and loss, but also stories of resilience and encouragement. Experience the raw emotions, the unexpected twists, and the transformative journeys of individuals who have overcome the odds, inspiring us all to face our own challenges head-on. And if that wasn't enough, Siggy will be your guide through the exciting maze of navigating life as a newly single person. Join Ziggy as she shares her own personal triumphs and tribulations, offering valuable insights, advice, and a sprinkle of humor along the way. From dating adventures to self-care strategies, makeup tips, and a sprinkle of astrology, Chronicles of Ziggy has got you covered. So, if you're ready for a captivating blend of true crime, personal drama, and the exhilarating journey of self-discovery, hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community. Together, we'll dive into the depths of the unknown, uncover the truth, and embark on a thrilling adventure like no other. Welcome to Chronicles of Ziggy, where the pages of life are turned, one captivating chapter at a time.
Hey everybody. So I didn't hear her story completely. I'm gonna go over it because I want to hear exactly what she's saying. So we're gonna go back and listen to it. What I'm talking about is this lady just called into Dolly Vision's channel, and I put his link in the description. The link exactly to the video I'm talking about an hour in, is when she calls in, and she claims to be family or a cousin of the Wells or Candace. Sounds like from she's cousin of Candace, not Dawn. And I really I think she's on to something a little. Okay. I think she's on to something because we've already, I've always thought Marlena Crawford was very suspicious in this situation. But the one thing that, and I wasn't trying to discount her story or anything, or what she was saying, but she's mixed up something. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I want to know who it is. I think she's just mixed up somebody, and I'm trying to figure out who that is, or because Ricky Crawford is still alive, Ricky Crawford Jr. And I'm going to show that here in a second. But that doesn't mean that she's not on to something still. The person who passed away was the reason why I think she's getting Ricky Crawford Jr. Mixed up with this guy, and there's a good reason, I believe, because this guy, he was found the day after Summer went missing, face down in the creek. He also, though, was married to Celeste Maddox. And Celeste Maddox was also on and off with Ricky Crawford Jr. which Ricky Crawford Jr. is Marlena Crawford's brother. Okay, so this guy, Earl Taylor, and let me show you here. And this guy, let me find here we go. And this guy on the bottom right have been back and forth with the same girl for freaking years and years and years. And that girl is right here. And this article was just a month ago. So unless he's passed in the last month, Ricky Crawford is still alive. This is 4/13 of 2023. 4 arrested after a large quantity of meth, numerous guns seized from Churchill residents. I found out about this because some of you guys were trying to get a hold of me once these people's names were coming up, because I had been looking into it after D Presents did a video that sparked my interest and about this Earl Taylor, and I started looking into it, and I was like, oh my God, this Earl Taylor is directly connected to Marlena Crawford. Let me pull up my chat on my phone. Yeah, we're gonna, and the Isaiah House thing, I'm trying to remember what it is about the Isaiah House, because I remember somebody talking to me about the Isaiah House, something to do with it, and I just can't remember. But that doesn't mean her story is not credible, the lady that called in. It's just that there's this guy is still alive, so I think she's getting him confused, because he and Earl Taylor were back and forth with this Celeste, or her name's spelled Celesta, but I guess it's pronounced Celeste. Ricky Dale Crawford, 39, and Celeste Ann Taylor. See, she still has the last name Taylor from Earl Taylor. She's still married to him, or was when he passed away. See? Earl Taylor. Then if you look down here, Earl is survived by his sister, Taylor Clammin. Let's see here if they mention. They didn't mention his wife because they were like estranged. So Earl Taylor. And we go back to that article, which was a month ago, a little over a month ago. Ricky Dale Crawford, 39, and Celeste Ann Taylor, 39, same address, were both charged with possession of meth and possession of Suboxone after 2 grams of meth and 3 pieces of an orange tablet believed to be Suboxone were allegedly found in their bedroom. So all 4 are being held in the Hawkins County Jail with no bond set, pending arraignment scheduled for Monday in Sessions Court. 4 people. Let's tell you the name of the 4 people. The other 2. Wallen, 42, was charged with possession of meth. Okay, why aren't they going to give us the whole name? Possession of amphetamine, possession of clonazepam, possession of phentermine, possession of marijuana, blah, 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 just a bunch of drugs. Somebody with the last name of Lee. So this house that so what's interesting, Celeste has lived in this house. It's kind of a weird dynamic between Ricky, Celeste, and Earl Taylor, who's now deceased. Okay, let's go back and we'll start playing her call, and then we could just go from there. She said I'd do with the Crawfords and was supposed to have been a girl named Journey, and they got Summer instead. Yeah, and Journey, who? Why am I having? I'm having a brain freaking fart. Who's Journey's? Who's the parent of Journey again? Is that? Oh, that's Marlena's daughter. Yes, this guy did drown. It was Earl Taylor. He drowned. Well, that's what they're trying to say, that there was no foul play. But I find it very strange that I've already had strong suspicions about Marlena Crawford. And many of us have. And then come to find out, like, I don't know how we went all this time without finding this connection until somewhat recently, about 6 months ago or something, with this Earl Taylor. He was found the next day after Summer went missing, deceased face down in a nearby creek. And he just so happens to be married to Celeste Taylor, and who Celeste had been. I don't understand this dynamic. Like, it seems very, very weird with between Celeste, Ricky Crawford, and Earl Taylor. I don't understand. Like, I would think that there was some tension between them. That's what got me really interested in thinking, oh my, could there be foul play? Like, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't think Ricky Crawford and Earl Taylor's relationship would be the best. I mean, they were sleeping with the same woman. So the drowned guy is this guy right here. Or Earl Pumpkin McClellan Taylor Jr., 36 of Rogersville, passed away on Wednesday, June 16th, 2021. He resided in Greenville, Tennessee. However, he lived most of his life in Hawkins County. Okay, let's see if we can find an article about here. Let's Greenville police identify victim found dead in creek. Okay, so this was dated for June 22nd, 2021. So just days, a week after Summer went missing is when this article was dated. But Greenville, Tennessee. Greenville police are searching for information after a man was found floating in a creek. According to a report released by the department, officers were called to Richland Creek behind 103 Lemming Street on Wednesday, June 16th, around 6 p.m. Officers said they found 36-year-old Earl M. Taylor of Rogersville floating in the creek. Taylor's body was sent to the Williams L. Jenkins Forensic Center at the ETSU for an autopsy. The circumstances of Taylor's death are under investigation. Police said they do not believe foul play is suspected. So this is a thing. It's like even his family, who I have been in contact with because they contacted me, or one of them did, they don't, supposedly his family believe that they aren't making a fuss about this. He had a drug problem. He was really bad on drugs, and and was going through really bad depression, according to people that knew this Earl guy. And they think there was no foul play, but let's see. Thanks, Ava. Let's pull up.
Wow, could you imagine that, guys? Could you just imagine that? Right?
So
losing your dad like that in a car accident, he gets, man. So, sometimes you think you got it bad. Some people have it way worse or been through way worse, and it take a lot to pick yourself up from that. And I don't know, the caller before that, she was angry. That woman was angry. She's like, you tragedy pimp, little hot ass. But did she think any of that stuff bothers me? I don't hang up because I just like to let people act crazy, because then we get to see how crazy you act, right? You can't. Here's the thing, guys. What am I talking about tonight? I came in and talked about Summer Wells. I came in and I talked about Cody Bigsby. Okay, my title says info on Summer Wells. I forget what it says. Oh, also a ride for Cody Bigsby, plus more. Okay, what the fuck did that lady think she was tuning into? Right? Did she think she was tuning into fucking bluegrass music? Did she think she was tuning into Baking with Dolly? Did she think she was tuning into, I don't know, a damn knitting channel? I didn't get it. She's like, why do you have her name in your title? What? Why you got my name in your mouth, woman? Okay, got it. Oh, that was too good. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Hey, I was just calling to tell you, I've never watched your show before. Thank you for keeping Summer's name out there. But we don't agree with anything you guys are saying as far as Summer goes. This is not the first time Candace has had a kid go missing. Her older daughter, Candy, went missing in foster care. And we put flyers out then, and then Summer came missing. But we, honest to God, don't believe that they're responsible for this. We think it's a mistaken identity, that the people they were hanging out with were actually the targets and not the Wells and not Summer. And everything people are saying is driving us nuts, because has nothing to do with Summer.
I'm lost. Like, I just got sucked into a parallel universe or something. You lost me, like.
Yeah, I definitely see why Dolly was lost there, but I mean, because she keeps saying we. I'm curious too who she means, like we, but I know also she doesn't want to, cause any problems for her family, probably. Yeah. So this is a lady that calls in, and she begins to explain, and she brings up some guy named that goes by Spider, which I've already messaged Fred and asked him if he knew anybody that goes by Spider, and he said, no, I don't, and have not heard anyone mention that name. Just curious, asking if Fred had heard, but from what it sounds like, this guy, I don't know, isn't really from the Beach Creek area.
Okay, what?
What? All right, Candace had 2 children removed.
Yeah,
before
okay,
but
I know that one daughter had ran away from foster care for a little bit, but
she did. And
it wasn't nothing to do with Candace, right?
No, it had nothing to do with Candace.
Yeah, okay.
We were still, as a family, looking for her, and it had nothing to do with it. And before that, our cousin Rose went missing, and then Candace's older daughter went missing.
Okay,
and then
wait, you keep saying we. Are you kin to the Wells?
I am.
Okay, who are you first? We know who we're talking to.
I'm her cousin.
Is your name just Cousin? Do you got a name?
Well, we'll just go with Cuz.
Cuz. All right, Cuz.
Yeah. All right, Cuz.
You on that bullshit?
No, it's all been turned into the
That's
TBI.
that bullshit.
No, I'm not talking bullshit. No, I'm not.
Okay.
This has all been turned into TBI. No. So we've had people go missing before on that side of the family, where we've gone up in arms looking for children, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden Summer goes missing. We're like, what the hell is going on over here? You got 2 kids missing from the same mom. But the word on the street, because we still have kin there, the word on the street, this Summer was not the intended target there. This has nothing to do with them.
So somebody wanted to kidnap somebody, but they didn't want to kidnap Summer. But when they got there,
no, let me lay it down for you. Let me lay it down.
You know what this was making me think immediately, but that's not. She's not talking about Jody Sue, because immediately I thought, you remember when Jody Sue was saying, "Oh, what if it was?" Jody Sue acted there for a while like it was supposed to be her daughter that was kidnapped. And so I'm like, that's what got me. I was like, wait, what? I mean, we've heard this story about, we've heard people speculate that wasn't supposed to be somebody else's child. Yes, Tootie, the name was Stephen. I looked him up. His name's Stephen Blake. But I wasn't able to find much on him yet. He just looks creepy. I believe her because she's just giving her opinion, so I don't think there's much to. I think she's just giving an opinion like anybody else, but I think she's confused about Ricky Crawford. I mean, I know she is because he's still alive, and if he's deceased, it's been in the last like 5 weeks because he was just arrested last month. But like I said, it's very easy to get these people confused. But what she's talking about there being a death and stuff around that time, and yeah, there was, but it wasn't Ricky Crawford. It was, and it would be easy to get Earl Taylor confused with Ricky Crawford because I think they're cousins even. So they're cousins, and they were sleeping with the same woman for years. It's very odd dynamic. I don't know if this was an open relationship, like I don't know how something like that goes on for years and years, but unless it's like an open relationship. Yeah, so I think she's just this lady's just relaying her, like what she's heard from. She probably does have family that I don't actually now I'm confused, guys. Because now I'm confused. I don't know what to think now because I just thought of something. She said she was kin to Candace, but Candace and Dawn are kind of outsiders, like from that community. They've only lived there for kind of a short amount of time compared to most people in the area. But then she mentions word on the street, like, oh, we still have family over there, said something like that. So that means, is she family to Candace or is she family to somebody off of Benton Hill Road? You know what? Okay. Because she goes, if I told you my last name, you would be like, oh my God. So, okay. Well, Candace isn't related to anybody on Ben Hill Road. At all. So what was her last name? I don't know. Now I'm starting to wonder. She did say something about teaching, but we'll get to it. She said Rose was a cousin. That says word on the street she lives into. Yeah, so, but a lot of people, you know how some people call people sisters and cousins when they're like really not? I don't know. Let's just continue, I guess. Her ex-auntie and her live there. What do you mean her? That's Jody Sue. But if we go by this lady's story, though, I mean, which I do believe that there is very strong possibility that there is. I think that she's some of what she's saying, I do believe. Like, I've always felt Marlena Crawford, there is something up there. There is something up with that chick. So I do believe that, but I don't know if I can, completely I still think that Dawn and Candace are involved though, somehow. I don't know if I don't believe the whole I don't think that I don't think it was a mistaken. I don't think I don't believe that. Yeah, she probably is kin to somebody, but I don't think I believe so I believe she's telling the truth for what she thinks is the truth. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking bad about this lady at all. She actually got me interested in looking into these people again. Looking up this spider guy and stuff. I do feel like it can be related. The spider thing can be, but I just don't believe it was a mistaken identity. Unfortunately, I do believe Dawn and Candace were involved in some way.
Okay. You can investigate those too. You can, as I speak.
Okay, I'm gonna look up, see if they have a cousin named Cuz first. That's gonna be my
listen.
first step.
Look up a dude named Spider. Okay.
All right.
He was arrested at 2:00 in the morning the day Summer went missing.
Okay.
And he was in a drug deal. Okay. He was arrested a few miles down from their house, right in Rogersville, Tennessee. He was meeting three people from Virginia. They were coming out. Okay. And somebody called in an anonymous tip, and he was busted. It wasn't the Wells that called them in, but the people they were hanging out with called them in. You can look this up. His name's Steven, and he goes by Spider. June 15th. You look this up. I'm telling you the truth. They bust Spider.
Okay, his name is Steven, though.
Yeah.
And he was arrested June 15th.
Yep.
Of last
at
year.
2:00 in the morning. No.
2 years ago.
2021. The day Summer went missing. I'm telling you. Listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. This is just like crazy. Nobody's listening to us. He was busted. He was meeting people from Virginia, okay? A carload of 3 people. An anonymous tip called in, Spider had drugs on him. They busted him that morning. They were pissed off because it was intercepted, okay? And it came back to one.
If that lady is listening to this, can you send me the article or some proof about this guy being arrested on June 15th? I can't find anything. But that's definitely important. I want to see that. And if this guy has ties to Marlena Crawford, yeah. I think it's very strange how Marlena Crawford's like, her name's been mentioned so much, but she has, well, at least she's, I guess to some people, she's been smart and stayed quiet. Every time that she's talked though, she's like she has to get something out of it, like money. I know she sent stuff to Jimmy. I was just wondering. I mean, I'm not trying to step on any toes or anything. I just want to see if anybody can find the arrest that she's talking about on June 15th, because I looked up this Stephen guy's name. It's Stephen Blake. If you type in Stephen Blake Spider. All right, hold on. Unfortunately, it won't let me. Stephen Lee Spider Blake. And I can't open up this freaking article because it's going to make me dagnabbit. And there is no other articles about it. But this is the guy right here. I think What's his tattoo say? Because when I try to open this, yep, that's him. It won't let me open up the account or the article because it's trying to get me to purchase it. But this guy right here, his name is Stephen Blake. So his name is kind of like, I just want to see where he was arrested. That's it. Those people have nothing to do with what I'm. His name is Stephen Lee Spider Blake. Stephen Lee. See, nothing is coming up. It's like, that's it. 4 results. Did she think, is this guy from the area? He must be not from the area. I should be able to find tons on him. Okay, thank you, Lynn. It's the same name, same girl that called Benny and knew cutting. Yeah, she did say I felt bad, like, because I know she was, she's like, oh, I love Ziggy, and I'm not disagreeing with her at all. The only part I'm disagreeing about is, well, I think Don and Candace know more, and also, just that Ricky he's still alive. That's it. That's the only thing because I would love to talk to her. Oh, she said she contacted me. Okay,
Ricky's Marlena's brother.
Marlena is
okay, so I see why she's got confused. Yeah, okay. That's correct. That Earl Taylor was killed the next day. So she's just getting them confused because the fact that they were with the same woman. She's speaking of this guy who died the next day, June 16th, 2021. He's cousin of Ricky Crawford Jr. Now, Rick Crawford's deceased. We know that. He died of supposedly like natural causes. But, they try to claim that this was natural, that it was no foul play. But I really, really don't think I believe it. And by the way, his birthday is the same as mine. I can't open up those articles, RJ, unless you want to send it to me like a screenshot. It's making me pay. Yeah, I tried to open it, bless Mimi, but it won't let me open it because I was doing some research earlier today, and it only lets you open up so many Rogersville Review articles before it makes you like pay. And the same thing for the Time News or whatever. So this is the guy that was, so what she's saying is like, that really is correct. It's just, and once again, for those that didn't see, this article was April 13th of 2023, 4 arrested after. So the actual article that I was trying to get Dolly to look up was this one, just to show this had nothing to do with around the time Summer went missing. I was just showing this article to show that that's Ricky Crawford right there, and there's Celeste. So Ricky Crawford's at the bottom right, and Celeste is at the bottom left. She is the chick who is married to that guy who was deceased, face down in the creek. But she's also been screwing this dude right here, Ricky Crawford, for several years. Her kids are with Earl Taylor. I don't think she has any kids with Ricky Crawford. But so I don't, and and then Ricky Crawford and Earl Taylor are cousins. So it's very easy. It's very easy to get confused. So I'm not like, that's just a minor detail, because I don't think that, I think the main culprit to look into was Marlena Crawford. I don't think Ricky Crawford or, I don't know, with Earl Taylor coming up deceased, like he was known to, I guess, was, had been into, he was getting really bad into drugs and really bad with depression, supposedly, according to Earl Taylor's family. And so if somebody, if there was foul play, he would be the perfect target, because people are going to think, oh, well, it was just drugs, because he was a drug addict. Oh, incognito mode. Ooh, let's see. If I could find out how to do that. Awesome. Oh, wait, what is this article, though? I'm not sure what this article is that somebody just sent me. I appreciate it, but I don't think it's the right one. I'm trying to open, because it says the names are Paul Hunley, Kelly Lynn Baker, Victoria Brooks Seal. Oh, okay, I see at the bottom here. Okay, hold on, let me one second, let's see. Here we go. There's no pictures or anything, but thank you. for sending this to me. I don't know if you want me to say your name, so I'm not going to say it yet. This is just an article stating, okay, so this is when he was arrested. Okay, thank you so much. Hawkins County detectives arrested a man on meth trafficking and felony gun charges after a tipster stated a man known as Only Spider would be walking with dogs in Rogersville. Wait, what? Okay, Hawkins County detectives arrested a man on meth trafficking. Okay, wait. On meth trafficking and felony gun charges after a tipster stated a man known only as Spider would be walking with the drugs in Rogersville. I don't know why I said walking with the dogs. Okay. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office Detective Zachary England states in his report that in response to that tip, he, Detective Scott Stewart, and Detective Reba Matthews located Stephen Lee Spider Blake, 38 of 456 Hidden Valley Road, Rogersville, walking along Ebbing and Flowing Springs Road near East Main Street on July 15th, shortly after 2 a.m. Okay, so this was July 15th, a month after she went missing. If this is in 2021. Blake admitted to the detective that there was marijuana in his backpack and a baggie containing 13 grams of pot was retrieved by Stewart, England reported. When deputies attempted to detain Blake, however, he stated that he had meth in his front pants pocket. Stephen then handed officers a small case containing 11 various size baggies containing a clear crystal-like substance believed to be 7 grams total of methamphetamine. Stephen also raised the front of his shirt, exposing a black and silver semi-automatic handgun that was found by officers to have 1 round in the chamber and 3 more rounds in the magazine. Stephen stated to officers that he carried a handgun for protection. Computer check revealed Blake to be a convicted felon in Maryland, Florida, and Arkansas. He also has several outstanding felonies in each state. I don't see a date. I just see July 15th, which is a month after Summer went missing. But I still believe, though, are you the one that called Dolly, Lynn? I still believe, though, that Crawfords were involved some way. Marlena. Look at my email. Okay. Let's see. Are you wanting me to read the vandals tampered with church van gas tanks? What's that? I don't know what that is. I'm so confused here. Because somebody sent me these other screenshots of the article, but it won't let me. But it's not anything about this. I don't see where's Where do you see that? Oh, online on the article, it says July 23rd, 2021. Yeah. Oh, narcs. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'll bring up these articles. Unfortunately, it's like not letting me just open them. It's like being freaking weird. That's why I haven't brought it up yet, because it's just, I can't explain it. It's being stupid. Okay, here's the first one that you sent me. Paul Randall Hunley, 36 of 5816 Carters Valley Road, Mount Carmel, was arraigned in Hawkins County Sessions Court on July 14th for felony evading arrest, driving on revoked license, 8th offense, reckless driving, speeding, and light law violation in connection with a March 30th motorcycle pursuit. So you were saying, who's this guy? I was going to say, yeah, I don't understand what that was. Are you the one that sent that to me? I don't. I know somebody sent me, whoever sent this to me sent me a bunch of articles that doesn't have it. That was one of them. I don't know what it is. Let's just continue listening to. I don't have any emails. I don't. That was it. Just screenshots of articles is what I got. Okay.
Is the one that living in the homeless camp or whatever, right?
No, I don't know where the fuck the bitch is now. I'd like to know, but I don't know because she wouldn't be there. No, she's all. It comes down to the Crawfords. I'm telling you right now. Listen to me. The Crawfords were the intended target. It was not the Wells. And in our hearts and souls, we believe with every fiber.
Yeah, but did they have a daughter?
Journey. Her name's Journey.
Okay,
they sure did.
So these people that busted on Spider, that you saying this is a retaliation, and some people have
Oh,
showed.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And the people that did it are in Rowan Mountain, Tennessee. And we turned this into the TBI, and nobody's listening to us. He puts on his Facebook, keep them stuck and steal their children, and he's all into like this Joshua. It's called the Isaiah House. He said we steal their kids and homeschool them, and this guy's freaking nuts out of his mind on drugs because he's a drug dealer.
Well, people are saying Ricky Crawford is still alive, but I 100% believe the Crawfords are involved.
He's dead. He got drowned. Nope, he's not. He's dead. Nope, they killed him. He's dead. He's killed.
So
I'm telling you right now, that man's dead.
So you're.
Oh, okay. It was you, Okie? Okay. You just sent them all? Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it. At least I got to see the article about the spider dude. So we saw that he was arrested a month after, though. It was a month after Summer went missing. Yeah, Spider was arrested in July, not June. Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't know. I don't think it was a I just really have a hard time believing it was somebody that was. How would they know? It is so out in the middle of nowhere, and to get to Ben Hill Road, like, I mean, somebody would have to sit there for hours and hours and possibly days until they would even see a child. I don't understand how somebody would go looking for a child at Ben Hill, though. You know what I mean? It's just, and I've been there several times, and it just doesn't seem like the kids don't just go walking on Ben Hill Road. So I don't see how anybody would go and try to go out to Ben Hill Road looking for a certain type of or certain kid. I mean, the houses are like it takes to get down to Ben Hill Road from people's long ass driveways that are really brutal. You know, you've seen Don Wells. I mean, it takes forever. Marlena's kid spent a lot. Yeah, now I think freaking Marlena is sus AF for sure. And nothing can change that opinion. I mean, unless, I don't know, it would take a lot of evidence to change my opinion about Marlena Crawford and some kind of, you know, I feel she's definitely more guilty than even Jody Sue. Like, to me, Marlena Crawford is. This is just my opinion, though. There's just something up, and I don't know. She might not be like. I feel like Marlena knows something. Okay, she could be like a middleman for something. I don't know. You would have to know, like, that there was a child gonna be somewhere at a certain time. It literally takes so long to drop. Those kids were not. I really doubt that they were going down there to Ben Hill. Somebody said in his chat and Dolly's chat that he was or that she's in jail, but
saying this, they done went and got Summer because of this drug he got ratted on, snitching.
It wasn't them though.
Yeah, but it was mistaken. They came there thinking it was the Crawfords, and they ended up getting Summer, is what you're saying.
Honest to God, that's what we believe. And the only way it makes sense, if you listen to me, is her timeline is a lie. That's a big fat lie. But the Wells, I'm telling you, Donnie and Candace are innocent as can be. They didn't do it. This is like, if you look at their timeline, her timeline doesn't make sense because it's not true. Her timeline, she left the home, and Grandma, or you can call her Grandis or whatever the fuck you want, we call her Candy. Candy was there, and she was sleeping, and the boys were supposed to be in charge of the home, and Candace left.
Where did Candace go?
Well, you want to know the truth? She went to take Hunter home. She was taking Hunter home. She was there with Hunter, and she wasn't supposed to be there with Hunter.
So you're saying when Allie says that Summer was in the car when she brought Hunter home?
Oh, Allie, no,
that's a lie.
Lied. No, and then if you go back and look on YouTube, she already admitted that was a lie. That was a big fat lie. She's a big fat liar. She was like not following Hunter's probation at all. She let him do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with Candace and whoever he wanted to do it with. She didn't give a shit. She was fat and lazy, sleeping in her bed, on the toilet, whatever the hell she was doing, but she wasn't watching her kid. I'm telling you, that was a lie. So what happened is she was taking Hunter home, And so her timeline is screwed up. And when she says she don't want to talk about it because, oh, I already told the TVA, everybody knows if I tell it, this was a perpetrator. Fuck that. No, she don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if Candace is completely innocent, like you're saying, then why all the fuck shit? Why all the
Well, let me tell you why. But it's going to come out now. Let me tell you why. It's about ready to come out. Let me tell you why. Because she was afraid to lose her boys. But now the boys don't want to come home. So Candace has nothing else to lose, right? It's going to come out. Let me tell you the truth. It's coming out. You guys all watch. It's coming out. Candace lied about the timeline, and she was scared. But now she has nothing else to lose. And Don, the guilt is eating them up alive. And they're coming out. They had nothing to do with this little baby going missing. It's not them. It's not them. And we've already turned these people into the TBI over and over, and nobody's listening. And we keep sending like video proof and proof. This is not them. They didn't do it. It's not them. It's the Crawfords. They need to look closer, and they need to look at these people that we're sending like the proof. This guy like has pictures of like keeping them stuck and stealing their babies. Like he talks about this code and all this weird shit. He was talking about the jailhouse code. Like when they go to jail, they write letters and codes to each other and shit. This guy, and I don't know how I could put his name out there without getting in trouble. In my opinion, it's Philip. I don't know how to. I'm not.
Yeah, don't worry about his name. Just send it to me in my Facebook.
All right, but he's from Rowan Mountain. I'm telling you. And there's a video of this guy living in the woods and talking about stealing kids and all this bullshit and keeping them like in an Amish school almost. Like it's called the Isaiah House. He calls it like this religious house. And I swear to God, our family does not believe that they're guilty.
So I wish I could remember. There was something that came up with about the Isaiah House before, and I can't for the life of me remember exactly what it was about. But I remember looking into the Isaiah House, and somebody mentioned the Isaiah House to me, and I remember researching it. And it was all around the same time that I was researching, like Brandon Lawson and the connections to the church and stuff. So I'm trying to remember what it was about the Isaiah House that has came up, and it's bugging the crap out of me. Because that could be, I 100% believe that the Crawfords, that Marlena definitely needs looked into big time. And also, I don't know if I would believe that Earl Taylor's death was natural either, or an overdose. If Lynn wants to come up, she can. Crime opportunity, I'm telling you, got us because of a tip. Because the holler knows who that. Who was Celeste chick again? She was messing around with both Ricky Crawford Jr. and she was married to Earl Taylor. And Earl Taylor and Ricky Crawford were cousins, or are cousins, but Earl Taylor is the one that ended up dead the day after Summer went missing. But then, like, I don't know, it's really strange. It's like she kept going back and forth between the two, Ricky Crawford and Earl Taylor. And it just makes me, I don't know, because I haven't talked to anybody who has really known them both well. I can't imagine Ricky Crawford and Earl Taylor's relationship was like hunky-dory. I mean, they were sleeping with the same girl, and they were cousins. I don't know. Yeah, Earl is deceased. He died right the day after Summer went missing. He was found. This article is dated June 22nd of 2021. Greenfield police identify victim found dead in creek. Greenville police are searching for information after a man was found floating in a creek. According to a report released by the department, officers were called in to Richland Creek behind 103 Lemming Street on Wednesday, June 16th around 6 p.m. Officers said they found 36-year-old Earl M. Taylor of Rogersville floating in the creek. Taylor's body was sent to Williams L. Jenkins Forensic Center at ETSU for an autopsy. The circumstances of Taylor's death are under investigation. Police said they do not believe foul play is suspected. Okay. And then once again, here's this. I know it's hard to keep all this stuff straight. So that's why I keep going back to these so you guys could see. It's so hard. It is so confusing. It is so confusing. And I think that has something to do with why this case is still not solved with Summer. It's all so freaking confusing. And there's so many people who are involved. But everybody's family down there in that area. I mean, and everybody's sleeping with the same girl. So April 13th, 2023, 4 arrested after large quantity of meth, numerous guns seized from Churchill residence. There's Ricky Crawford, Jr. Now, okay, here's something else confusing. Here's another thing confusing to all, just like, let's see, Rick Crawford, obituary. Then we have, so this is Rick Crawford on the bottom right, and there's Celeste Taylor, or Celeste Maddox, whatever last name you want to use for her. And it's spelled Clesta. It's really strange. And then something else to keep everybody confused is here's Ricky Crawford, his dad, who did pass away March 9th of 2022 after Summer went missing. However, unfortunately, nobody can talk to him about what him and Don Wells spoke about because according to Fred Hill, this guy right here, Ricky Crawford, which is, see, this is all so confusing. The guy that just was like arrested that I was just showing with the orange hair, that's his dad. They're both named Ricky Crawford. And this is the one that Fred said that Don told him. Supposedly Ricky Crawford, this guy on the screen, told Fred Hill that Don had told him that he had sacrificed Summer for his sins. That this guy right here supposedly came up to, told Fred that Don came to him crying, saying that he regretted it and that he sacrificed Summer for his sins. But I don't know this Ricky Crawford guy. I don't know his, like, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of bullshitters in that area in Beach Creek. They're very bored out there, okay? There's not much to do. And everybody knows, everybody gets talking. Tell stories about freaking monkeys and all kinds of crazy like critters and things that live out there. and supposedly that Ben Hill's haunted and stuff. That I heard about Dolly supposedly going out there. He should totally go out there with a spirit box. Was Ricky the same guy at church with Frank Light? Lynn, how can you come up? I just send you a link. I send you a link and you should be able to, like, it will bring you up. You can turn, you don't have to have your camera on or anything. Oh, I keep standing up and sitting down. I get tired of sitting down sometimes for so long.
And everybody's like, oh, she was gone 2 to 3 minutes. No, she wasn't. She was gone 2 to 3 hours. And that's why.
So what else is Candace lying about? Because you said the timeline is wrong. That Allie lied.
That's it. No, that's it. And Allie,
so while she was gone, what do you think happened?
She took Hunter home, and they came up on that hill and got that baby. That's honest to God what happened. And if you look at like the FBI evidence and the TBI and the LE evidence, nothing. Why have they not arrested them? Because they didn't do it. And the digital evidence proves it on the phone and their GPS and all that stuff. They did not do this. This was not them. This was done to them. And they're not listening to the people that we think in our hearts did this. And if you look Spider up, I'm telling you, you Google the Times Herald, June 15th, 2021, and look at Stephen's record, Spider, you'll see he was arrested at 2 o'clock that morning.
Okay, somebody asked, how did the 110 address get mixed up?
It didn't get mixed up. That was because she was staying there. It did not get mixed up.
So when she called the police on Spider, she called from 110 Ben Hill Road.
No, she didn't call the police.
Okay, so, I think I'm getting more of what this lady's trying to say, but I don't see how it's possible though now. Because if this was in retaliation for Summer, or if this was in retaliation because of calling the cops on him, well, how was that possible? Because when he got arrested, it was after, or when he got in trouble for drugs, it was a month after Summer went missing. So how can it be a retaliation thing if Summer went missing first? You know what I mean? Because we just looked up the date that this Spider guy was arrested July 15th of 2021. Right? So that's a month after Summer went missing. Unless I'm not getting something right. I could be completely... I know some things can go deep, and I definitely could be missing something. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. If you want to, Lynn, if that's your name, just come up here, and if you want to, you don't have to. I get what you're saying for some of it. Like, I do believe that some of those characters could be definitely involved. But I don't think it has to do... It's hard for me to take Dawn and Candace out of it completely. It was after, but they knew. Oh, so you think that... So you think he was arrested, that he had a warrant for a while before he was arrested. Is that what you're trying to say? It's basically, now that could make sense. If like there was a warrant out for this spider dude for like, so, you know, several months before he was arrested in July. But it looked like, but that wouldn't make sense because the article says he was out walking. He and Detective Scott Stewart and Detective Reba Matthews located Stephen Lee Spider Blake. Okay, it says Hawkins County detectives arrested a man on meth trafficking and felony gun charges after a tipster stated a man knowing. Okay, after a tipster stated a man known as Spider would be walking with dogs in Rogersville. After a tipster stated a man known only as Spider would be walking with the drugs in Rogersville. Boom. Oh, you think, okay. Oh, let me pull that up. Right here. Arrested a man on meth trafficking and felony gun charges after a tipster stated a man known as Spider would be walking with the drugs in Rogersville. Okay, so this part I'm looking at. Okay. So you're saying basically the way this sounds and the way this is written, it does look like the tipster could have possibly been in contact with the police over an extended period of time trying to help them. It sounds like this was an informant situation. You know, tipster, that's an informant. It sounds like it does feel like, I see what you're saying. It does feel like whoever this tipster is, it sounds like he was in contact with the police for a while trying to help catch this dude, this Spider guy. Did they get him with much stuff? It wasn't. Stephen, okay, it says you say he had meth in his front pants pockets. Stephen then handed officers a small case containing 11 various sized baggies containing a clear crystal-like substance believed to be about 7 grams of methamphetamine. Okay, so what is that? 7 grams. I'm not that, like, educated on cocaine, like, and how much, like, 7 grams is or whatever, or meth. I think it's like 2 golf ball size amounts. But we're talking about meth, though, so it's not as expensive as Coke. He had a semi-automatic handgun that was found by officers to have 1 round in the chamber and 3 more rounds in the magazine. Stevens stated to officers that he carried a handgun for protection. A computer check revealed Blake, which is his last name, Stevens' last name, to be convicted felon in Maryland, Florida, and Arkansas. He also had several outstanding felony warrants in each state. Wow. Dude sounds like a bad guy. I don't know if it's anything related. Oh, thank you, Sammy, for gifting a membership. You can't get a hold of. Why can't I dropped that link, and you can email me that link, or you can email me, and I did drop the link in chat. Here it is again. $80 a gram. Yeah, I'm trying to think how much, like, I don't know, not that it really matters. But I was trying to think, like, how much, like, actual drug that would be. Like, I need to go get a water.
Tip. It was anonymous. We don't. Whoever called, what I'm trying to tell you is Spider got the drugs from this dude in Rowan Mountain. Okay. And the dude he got the drugs fronted from is the one that has this arranged. It was not the Wells. I'm telling you. And if you look at the son of a bitch online, which we have done, and we've sent it to the TBI, the FBI, the LE, and we're telling them, look at this guy. He's talking about stealing babies. He's talking about being this great drug dealer, blah, 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 and keeping them stuck and stealing their kids and all this
And you
bullshit.
gave all this information to TBI?
Hey, Lynn, can you send me, I'm not going to go over it now, but can you send me, like, do you have a Facebook of this guy or something? Is that how you saw these posts of his and stuff? Because if you have that, can you send me the link to his Facebook and stuff? Because it does sound like you looked into this guy a lot, and so maybe you just know. It just sounds something like very complex, and I'm sure it's frustrating to you to try to explain it.
We did, and they're not listening. They're not listening to us because they think we're like stupid hillbillies or something. They're not listening. They won't listen, and we're trying to tell them, listen. Somebody called in on Spider, and it wasn't us. And his people took retaliation on the Wells, trying to get back at the Crawfords, and it wasn't us. It had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, but you think somebody's gonna come because you told them somebody's gonna come take your kid? I mean, that's a little extreme, don't you think? For snitching on somebody?
No. How much do you think that he had on him? How many kilos do you think he had on him?
What, when they busted him?
Yeah, look it up. It's all right there. It's all.
I mean, how many kilos did he have? Just save me the trouble. You can tell me.
No, go ahead. No, look it up. He had guns, he had drugs, he had a backpack full of shit. Not only that, but the people came from West Virginia, but he had information on the Isaiah house. He had information on their whole racket that they had going in Rowan Mountain over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, look it up. He's still in freaking jail right now.
So if he's in
And I'm
jail,
surprised.
he couldn't have done it. So, but you're saying his people done
No,
it?
Spider didn't take it. No, Spider did not take her. But I'm telling you, the guy that he was working for, he did it. I'm telling you right now, that man Philip did it. And with my whole heart, as I'm sitting here breathing, I swear to God, hand to God, I believe that that man did it. Hand to God.
And he did that because of a drug debt, because his drugs got knocked off.
He did it because he was busted, and they had information regarding his operation.
All right, somebody told me to ask you, do you think Summer is alive?
I don't. I honest to God don't. You know why? Because I think she was too much of a liability at that point. I think they had to I think they cut their losses, and I think, I don't want to start crying, but honest to God, I don't think that they kept her. I think that they got rid of her because they realized that they made a mistake.
Yeah, and I don't know how I would look up Spider because I don't know his last name.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. I can tell you. You just give me 10 seconds. I'll tell you. 1 second. Hold on. I got all of it.
Okay, when I emailed you the link to come up here, if you don't see where you click it in the chat, if you are wanting to come up, I do know that there has definitely been chatter about Marlena Crawford and her being involved in something to do with like birth certificates and kind of having some kind of illegal adoption agency type thing going on the black market. Allegedly, I don't know. I've heard that. I've definitely heard rumors of that. But, and I always thought that it could be involved with what happened to Summer, but I've never thought of it as like this stuff happened because of something to do with Marlena Crawford. But Dawn and Candace, I don't know. I mean, I do know Marlena Crawford was staying at Dawn and Candace's a lot, according to Fred Hill. He said that she was staying there a lot, and that she was like basically living there up until like days before Summer went missing. So, I mean, in a way, I could see how it could fit, because if a person was mad at Marlena Crawford, they would think that she lives over at 110 Ben Hill Road, because that's where she was staying for a while, but just had left. She had been staying at Dawn and Candace's for weeks and weeks. So if somebody was targeting Marlena, they would think that she lives at 110 Ben Hill Road. So, I mean, I could see how that would relate. That part fits, I guess. Yeah, it does kind of make sense, actually, but gosh, it's so hard for me to think, though, that would make me, Athena, chill. It's so hard for me to think, though, that Candace and Dawn don't know anything. You know what I mean? Could it be just that they were scared of? So then that would also mean what? That Jody Sue has no type of involvement. Also, usually take a child for retaliation. I wouldn't think so, but you remember the rumors though about Marlena Crawford involved with birth certificates and stuff like that, and like finding homes, finding babies, and for people who want babies and stuff. So she would be involved with some people who would be interested in kids. You know what I mean? Like if she was like, if she somehow got involved in that, then she would know people involved in that same type of stuff. See, I like these kind of conversations because it gets me thinking on, I like looking at all sides. It would just be, I don't know, man, it's so hard for me to completely think that Dawn and Candace didn't have anything. I mean, could it be that just they're the type of, they let dangerous type people around? Is Dawn and Candace just guilty of careless behavior, and as far as who they had around the kids? And Candace's fake call to Mary. But see, the thing is, if then I go back and think though, if Marlena's into that stuff and she's associated with some hardcore people like that, well, then that would mean that Candace is too, because she was staying at freaking Candace's. See, then I go back to that, like to Candace, like, and her involvement in this whole thing. Because if Marlena had been staying there for weeks, months, I hear. So I would think that if Marlena's into that kind of stuff, then Candace probably is too. Yeah, I mean, maybe could it be just the actions of Donna and Candace's very careless behavior, and the type of people they let around and stuff? How guilty would that make Dawn and Candace then if it was just because of their lifestyle? And like, let's say that whatever happened this summer is because of something that Marlena had going on over there at the Hill. How much fault should be put on Candace? I don't know. I'm going to go get a water real quick. I'm so sorry. I have emailed the link to the lady that was talking on Dolly's, and I've dropped it in the chat. So I try to look at things. I mean, she seemed really passionate about what she was saying. So that's what got me, like, because there are some people that come up with some crazy thing. I mean, I have heard some crazy shit. And I'm sure you guys have too. And people will sound like so sure too, you know, and then it will all end up being just bullshit. But in ways, like, this could kind of fit in some ways. All right, I'll be right back. No, I don't know. Lynn, are you still here? Okay. Oh. um. Well. Okay, I can try to open up Google Voice. Okay. We can try and see if it will work. What the hell? Why is my phone doing weird things? We can try to see. I have to. Let's see. I'm going to hit the test thing. Okay, that was just a test. I put my name as Jane Doe. I don't like the roads of Tennessee. Like all that winding around and stuff. That makes me freaking car sick. Hey, Crystal. Well, she should be able to call. Let me try to call by my okay. It works. I was just doing a little test to see if it would work. So, they are scary to drive on. And oh my gosh, going down, I went, sorry, I was reading a message. I went down Light Road when I was looking for Haskell Rhines, and oh my gosh, like I thought I was gonna get stuck in there. Okay, Lynn. Haven't had a winter there. Maybe that's why all the monkeys are hibernate or like moving up north. Supposedly you guys are full of monkeys out there. Oh. Well, kind of wanting to go at the same time. So I'm trying to wait to let her come up if she wanted to, but okay, here we go. Answer. Hello? Hello? This is Ziggy. Can you not hear me? Can you could you guys hear her? Howdy. Hello? Hold on. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. I had the wrong audio. Can you okay. Let me they can't I don't think they can hear you though. They said just you. Okay, hold on. I don't want to dox anybody though. Can you guys hear her now? I just don't want to. I don't know how people do it, but usually I just okay, so I think that they can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I was trying to do it so like you have to it's weird. You have to I usually use like the link where I just share a link, but you're using
Yeah, I'm
the
sorry,
way
I'm not a YouTuber. So yeah, no, I don't have any of that.
Okay. So now I don't even know what to ask first. Was there something that you were wanting to correct us on?
Well, no. Okay, I was wrong about Ricky. Okay, he's not dead. I got that. Okay, but I'm related to Candy, which is Candace's mom, like Betty. Betty's my aunt.
I can see how you could have got Ricky confused. I did.
I
can see how you
get
can.
that confused.
I can. I totally see how that could have easily happened.
Absolutely.
I knew who you were talking about. You were talking about Earl. Earl, and he, he's cousins to Ricky. So
yeah. So Spider, it happened a month after Summer went missing, but they knew there was a narc in that organization. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was related to the Crawfords.
Wow.
Ricky was. I'm telling you, and people are like, no.
No, I can see it. Like I'm starting to see it a little bit. The more
I can give you some addresses. Listen, people's houses have been burnt down. We've had 4 fires since this because they burnt people's houses down because the Crawfords. I'm telling you,
they burned Fred Hill's property.
No, they burnt my parents. They burnt my sisters. They burnt 3 of my sisters and my parents' houses down.
Fred Hill had a fire too. Fred Hill was vandalized also.
See the addresses? I swear to God, hand on Jesus. I swear to God, they burnt their houses down. And when I sent you the thing about the one guy, if you look at his information, which a lot of it, the TBI and the FBI, I think have removed, but I have screenshots of it where they talk about burning down properties. They're like, we're going to burn them down. And I'm like, they burnt us down. They burnt my parents down. They burnt my sisters down. And so when we speak out, bad things happen. So I can't, I'm 10 hours away from them. So they don't even know where the hell I am, but my kid's in law enforcement. So
yeah, I see. It does get scary, doesn't it? I mean, even the last time I went down to Tennessee, I was scared. I'm like, because I had just been talking about Ronnie Lawson and stuff, and stuff about his son.
To be a pedo, right? Right? His kid's a pedo.
Yeah. And I was kind of afraid to be in Hawkins County, not going to lie, but right when, but it's really close to Sullivan County. So Ben Hill Road is, so I didn't have to be in Hawkins County very long. But
his phone is under the car. All right, we'll get it. Hold on a second. Yeah, but I'm listening to you. So, here's the thing. Yeah, they are pedos. They are. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my phone's going dead.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Yeah. You guys are right in the chat.
What do you want to ask me?
Betty is Candy's grandma. Well, it is disrespectful to say grandest, but
no, it's her sister. Betty's her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've emailed them multiple times, and Don and Candace won't acknowledge it.
Oh, you're trying to get a hold of them?
Yeah. Hold on one second. What, babe? Listen. Yeah. I'm not trying to I'm online right now on line. I'll be right in, okay? All right, I love you.
I never had a doctor's appointment that day.
Love you.
There's no way he went to Kansas. But so you think okay, so yeah, does anybody have any questions real quick for her? But somebody just said going to read what they said. They said Hunter had a doctor's appointment that day and made
at 3:00.
So there's no way he went to
3:00.
but you think he was at Candace's?
Listen, Grandis went to sleep, or whatever you guys call her.
Mm-hmm.
I call her Candy. I don't know what you guys call her, but
you can just call her Candy.
Went to sleep. Okay, so she went to sleep, and if you listen to the interview with Ansley, she said, I was napping, because she didn't know what the fuck, and Candace left. Okay, so there's a big, huge gap in her timeline. But they're innocent. They didn't do it. They had nothing to do with this baby missing. The only things they're guilty of is being shitty parents. And I'm not denying that. They are. They're shitty parents. And what happened is Candy fell asleep. And then when Candace got back, they made a concocted story, because it's like the story, of in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I have one child. I don't want to sacrifice my other child. So Abel and Goliath, or whatever the fuck they were called, I don't even know, because I don't even follow the Bible. But what I'm trying to tell you is she left, and so there's a gap in the timeline, and she can't make up for that gap, and she don't want to talk about it. She's like, oh, the perpetrator will know. Yeah, they know, all right. And she knows that they know, because there's so many hours there. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is, like, this whole group knew that there was a nurse, and they knew somebody penetrated and told on them, and they told law enforcement. Okay, so what they did is, when they got actual proof, when Spider got busted, they said, okay, we're coming now. But they weren't coming for the Wells. They were coming for the Crawfords. And mistakenly, they took Summer. And
yeah, because Crawfords were staying, or because Marlena was staying over there at Dawn and Candace's for weeks and weeks and weeks, up until
absolutely, sister. Yes, ma'am.
Up until right before Summer went missing. So that's how that does fit.
I can't cry, because what I'm trying to tell you is what Candace did is she returned Journey to her grandma, and she wasn't there on the property, so they had no collateral, but they mistakenly took Summer. And honest to God, in my heart and our family, we believe that Summer was an accident. They didn't mean to take Summer. They meant to take Journey. They meant to hurt the Crawfords, not the Wells.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that bothers me about that, though, is because Marlena had been staying there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And if Marlena was into this bad stuff and connected to these bad people and, into that kind of stuff.
Brother. No, it wasn't her. It's Ricky. You're not. And I did mistakenly say Ricky was dead. I didn't say that, but he's not. He's not dead. He's alive and well.
It's his cousin that who's actually he's messing with their same girl as he. It gets so confusing.
Yes. We're talking. Yes, you're right. You're exactly right. So Ricky, it was nothing to do with the Wells. And people are like, they're acting guilty. Yeah, they're acting guilty as hell, because they're fucking hillbillies, and they're addicts, and they're hillbilly addicts, and that's what you get. But they're not.
And because I think that they might have an idea of what. I think maybe they might. If
you talk to Don and Candace, they'll tell you. I swear to God, Marlena and Ricky, that's the target right there.
Yeah.
You look at Journey. That's the target. I swear to God to you. I swear, hand on God, I swear to you, that's the people they were looking for.
Yeah. Did you hear when Fred said in my conversation with him that he said that Marlena was who they needed to be talking to?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Fred Hill said that to me. He said Marlena Crawford is who law enforcement needs to be talking to.
I believe him. And I agree with him.
I always feel like Marlena Crawford, she's there's something. And
so
maybe
at first we had a few discussions. Like, okay, what's going on? We thought the tree trimmers, we thought maybe they dropped a tree on her and killed her and hit her body, because they're immigrants and they didn't want to get like deported. I'm like, no, that's far-fetched. Like, get rid of that shit. So we kept digging and digging and digging. And the more we dug, the more we realized this was not Donnie and Candace. This was not them. They were not the intended targets. And people are coming after me like, you're not related to her. I'm like, yeah, look at Betty. Look at Betty here. That's my aunt.
Or could you see, could you, what about Jody Sue? Do you think it could have been Jody Sue was the target?
No.
You know?
No, I don't. Because Andy was not, everybody thinks he's this big drug dealer and this big monster. He might have been to Jody Sue, but not really. No, he was not. He was not this big drug dealer. He was not he was the small potatoes in this whole scheme of things, right? Mm. He was not the drug dealer that people were going after. No, it was not Andy. It was not Andy Bernard. Nope. So I'm telling you, look at Marlena Crawford. She's the answer. She's the cornerstone to this whole thing. And when they say, okay, Candace is guilty of something. She is guilty. She's guilty of lying about the timeline. And that's all she did. She lied about the timeline. But Donnie and Candace are innocent. They did not hurt that baby. They may have been shitty parents, and I'm not going to say they were the best parents in the world, but they loved their kids. And it was a good unit. That's all the kids knew, right?
Yeah.
So the kids didn't know any difference. They didn't know any difference. So
right.
They loved.
But do you think it's possible that Ron and do you think it's possible? That they didn't have anything to do with it. But do you think that they actually have figured it out though?
No.
That it had to do with Marlena and stuff.
No. Right now, to this day, if I called Candy or Candace, they'd hang up on me. No, they don't. They won't listen. No, because of Rose, right? Because this is not the first time we've been through this shit. We've been through this shit multiple times with them. We've been through it with Rose, with Candy, and now Summer. Like, her daughter went missing. She ran away when she was a teenager, but we didn't know that. We didn't know what the fuck happened. So we were like putting out flyers like, oh, holy shit, she's gone. Just like Rose. So this is the third time, not the second time, the third time we've been through this shit with them. So
wow. And then also also think that Allie, her close friend, has also gone through something similar to her daughter going running away and stuff
True.
like that.
Talking about True?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about True. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, listen, because these people are poor, and so children think that they have a better opportunity outside the family, right? So True's like, okay, I can make it better. I have better opportunities here if I go there, if I go with this guy or that guy, or do this or do that. I'm not going to speak on that because, like, that's just the hillbilly way. That's just the hills, okay? What I want to say to you is Don and Candace are innocent, and I'm over people like, oh, yeah, they believe in God, and they reach to God because that's all they have left. That's all they fucking have left. They don't have their kids. They don't have their family. They don't have anything other than God. And that's who we have to turn to in times of trouble, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't do it. I'm telling you guys.
So
they did not do it.
Sheba, Mom. Sorry, somebody had a question I was going to ask you.
You asked me anything about Spider because I'm telling you, it happened a month after, but I'm telling you that's directly related to Summer, and nobody is.
Oh, I can 100% believe that that the Spider dude, that he knew that somebody had been
right. He had
on him.
guns, he had drugs, he had meth.
That's like very common. They don't usually just get one. They can these informants.
Ziggy, did you get my email? Because I emailed you like I'm telling you, these people I emailed you, if you look at the things that all of a sudden the Facebook is gone. Boom. But I have visual proof where they said keep them stuck and still their children, which means shoot them up with drugs and keep them like with cocaine and keep them dependent on drugs and steal their kids under the nose and take them to the Isaiah house. And when I say the Isaiah house, what that means is it's like almost like an Amish community, but they're not Amish. They're not Amish. It's just a religious community where they keep their kids in private school now, and they have no communication with the
This
TV.
is so strange. I've heard something about this Isaiah house before, and this is like deja vu.
Listen, Isaiah 117, I can tell you exactly what it is. I can email it to you. I tell you, because that's where they took Philip's kid. They took his son there, and he was pissed. And he's like, an eye for an eye, and I'm going to get revenge. And they took his kid there because he was a drug dealer who was like splitting up 8 balls of cocaine and like advertising children for sale and shit. And when it happened to his own, he's like, no.
See, that makes me. You don't think that Dawn and Candace have any ties to this guy, this Steven dude?
No,
because those rumors about Dawn also possibly being into selling kids.
No. He did earlier, like 18 years earlier, but Dawn and Candace are innocent 100%. I swear, hand to God, they're innocent. I swear to you, they had nothing to do with this. This was nothing to do with them. This was like those people I emailed you their names. So those 2 people right there are the people that were in charge of it. And I'm telling you, these are the people that did this because they knew there was a narc and that.
Is that
are
those articles that you sent me? Are you the people in those screenshots? Is that what you're talking about? Because I was confused.
Okay, so that's like 30 days after Summer went missing, right? Because they knew. Yes, they were directly related to that. And they knew it, but they weren't looking for Summer. They were not after Summer. I swear to you, they were not after Summer. They were after the Crawfords. I don't even know how else to put it. They were just after the Crawfords.
Have you felt like this? How long have you been of this opinion about
June 15th, 21, since Summer went missing? Yeah.
Well, and but you didn't find out. I mean, it had to have been like, since about the spider situation and stuff. When did you figure that all out?
Okay, so about 30 days after she went missing, and they're like, oh, okay, here's Spider, here's the Rolling Mountain connection, and I started connecting the dots. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. And our family at family picnics were like, damn, we believe on them and we back them because they didn't do it. We don't, honest to God, believe. Like everybody's talking about the cornbread mafia and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit. No. That's not what happened. What happened is, unfortunately, it was a mistaken identity. We believe in our hearts, and they're innocent. They didn't do it. The honest God didn't do it.
Yeah, I just feel like if they were involved with, because I can totally see what you're saying. I could totally see how it could fit. Just like, but then I get to the fact of whether or not Dawn and Candace.
Can I ask you one question? I sent you something where I sent you an address and I showed you within 2 weeks after Summer went missing, they went from living under a bridge, paying cash for that house. How'd that happen?
I don't know. I didn't get anything. When did you send me this stuff?
I just sent it tonight. You should have got it.
Oh, I didn't get it. Will you try sending it again later?
Okay, yeah, because it might have wanted to that other guy. I don't even know who I was talking to earlier.
You were talking to Dolly earlier.
Yeah. It might have went to him, but no, listen. So this guy, I can tell you his name, the address. and you can see the history of the transaction. Homeless, sleeping under a bridge. You can follow his Facebook. We're sleeping under a bridge. And then all of a sudden, Summer goes missing. 2 weeks later, like, we just paid cash for our house. I'm like, really? Really? And I swear to God, that's exactly who I pinned it on. Damn, these are the people, and they're friends with Candace on Facebook. But Candace and Donnie didn't have anything to do with it. They didn't have anything to do with it. And people are like, pumping on them. Yeah, they're shitty parents. I get that. I get they are shitty parents. I'll admit that. I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm going to tell you, they're innocent.
Yeah, I mean, it is two different things. I see what you're saying. It is like we're talking about separate things, whether or not they're, shitty parents. I mean, they can still be shitty parents and not be, and then also have nothing to do with what happened to Summer. I mean, so I can, I mean, they aren't, what's the word? They aren't mutually exclusive. Does that make sense? Like, you don't have to have one to have the other.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. And see, some YouTubers like Doug, however you want to call it, but there's people like we keep reaching out, and people are like, they dismiss us. They're like, oh, you're hillbillies, you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. We're like, yeah, we really think we do. And nobody's listening. I'm telling you, Donnie and Candace didn't do this. And if they did, I'd be the first to scream up and down.
You have talked to law enforcement or tried to get a hold of law enforcement and stuff?
We have. We got a hold of TBI and Ronnie Lawson.
Yeah.
But how can I say this about Ronnie? We think he's corrupt. I don't know how to explain that. We don't have faith in Hawkins County. So we turn everything over to TBI, and they blow us off. They really do. Because the TBI hotline, they blow us off. But we don't have faith in Ronnie Lawson. We don't. Because if you knew my last name, if you knew what my last name was, and you look up, there's a history of a drug bust between the Lawsons, my family, and the Lights. So we have a not me, my people before me.
I could probably guess your last name, but I'm not going to do that because, I mean, obviously, if you're not the Light, if your last name's not Light, and if it's not,
no, it starts with a G.
A G?
Nope, with a G. Yep.
A G.
Yep.
Like as G as in George.
Yep.
Yep. Griffin? Or
nope.
Hold on.
Nope. It's not Griffin. No, so you're
we'll
gonna
end up
Google
guessing
me.
it. Goad? No way.
No, that's not how you pronounce it. No.
Is it so? So it's Goad, but I'm just saying it wrong.
Maybe. I think you are because I really think you're saying it wrong.
How am I saying? Goad.
G-O. Is it G-O?
Yeah, G-O-A-D.
No, that's not it.
Oh. So it must be really close to that.
No, there's a big major drug bust with meth and the Lights and my last name.
And the Lawsons.
Yeah.
And Bernards.
No, there's only 3 or 4 of them. But there was major.
Was there no Bernards? I was thinking there was like 2 Bernards or something.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, who's Wild Bill?
No.
Wild Bill. Do you know somebody who goes by Wild Bill in that area?
Nope.
Wild Bill.
Nope.
That sounds familiar, actually, because I'm trying to think. I think I do remember somebody talking about a Wild Bill, but I can't.
Yeah, but Wild Bill, no, nothing to do with us.
Well, I do agree with you about Hawkins County, and I Hawkins County, he might be even tied into the stuff that Marlena is
Oh,
involved
he's kind of it, yes. Yes. And so is Ronnie Lawson. That's funny because the Lawsons, like, so there's a major drug bust, right?
in. Mm-hmm.
And there are three families in the area. Let me get my little book out so I can give you factual information. Hear me rustling. I'm like, these are the people. Yeah, the Bernards, the Lawsons, and the my last name. Those people were involved in such a major drug bust.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
think that
Ronnie
Jody Sue is tied into that too. I thought that she was accused of being one of the snitches of that. That's why I was wondering if are you sure that Jody Sue wasn't the target? Because I've always
no,
been told that Jody Sue was a snitch, and I think if it was Kenny, what's his name, Kenneth Lawson or some Kenny Lawson, I think he was one of
nope,
the ones that was arrested, and
nope, that's
supposedly
not
Jody Sue was the one that snitched on him. I don't know.
nope, no. Okay, so I'm going through my notes. I'm like, nope. So this, no, she was not. She was not one of the snitches that get stitches.
Well, she
Like,
openly talks like she's a freak, that she's like Ronnie Lawson's like number one.
she wants money. Like, she needs money to support herself and her family, right? So she needs money. She needs like the cash apps, like the clicks, views, and likes. She needs that shit. She needs that to survive. But that's not the truth. And there's no cornbread mafia. There's none of that bullshit. And like the lights, yeah, they did deal meth, but they were like little dealers compared to what I'm talking about. They were like popcorn fart. They were nothing.
If it was
Nothing.
anything like cornbread from mafias, it would be more to do with the moonshine, or people making moonshine. That because that's big
Nope,
in the area.
no. My grandpa got ran off the mountain from a moonshine. No. That's not moonshine. There's no.
That would be more
are,
likely to me, though, that it would have something to do with moonshine than cornbread mafia.
No, honey. Listen, no. The moonshiners had nothing. I promise you, on my life and my soul has nothing.
Oh,
to do
no,
with
I
that.
don't think that they did either. I
No,
don't. No, not at all. I have heard that theory, though. I have from locals.
What I'm telling you is these guys are meth and coke dealers, and they come from Rolling Mountain and Johnson City, and they have nothing to do with that. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't make moonshine if you asked them to. No. And I already provided the names of those two people to you, and I'm telling you, if I'm living and breathing, and our family believes that Summer was not the intended target, and Hillbilly already contacted me and said, "You're not related to them." I'm like, you don't even know who I am. You have no idea, Hillbilly. Like, you have no idea. Betty is my aunt, and that's Candace's aunt, right? That's her mom's sister, and that's my aunt too. So fuck off. Like, I am related to them. And
are you talking
Hillbilly,
to me in the chat?
Yeah, because Hillbilly says Candace denies knowing her.
Well, I think Candace probably has a really big family. I mean, it seems like everybody out there.
We do. No, look, we do have there's 1,000 cousins and uncles and mothers and brothers and shit, but we still talk. Like, listen, I'm telling you, we still fucking talk, and they're innocent. They didn't do it. They loved their
I'm
date.
confused though, like why people are talking about Brandy Neal though. Like nobody's talking bad about Brandy Neal. That's a completely different case. I don't know why somebody thought that.
It has nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know where that
talk-
came from, or if somebody's. I don't know.
No, this has to do with Summer.
Yeah.
No, they're Monkey and Summer are two different people. No, nothing.
I don't know. It just looks like there's somebody upset because they something about Brandy and Neal, but nobody's talking about because I don't understand that. That's my name's been wrapped up with that before. Like I'm like somebody. I've never said anything negative about Brandy Neal, and I don't know how my name's ever been wrapped up in that. But I've heard a couple people like accuse me of that, and I'm like, I've never said anything bad about Brandy Neal. Oh, she hung up, I think. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it is weird how some info gets put out in some cases and not others. I see what you mean. Yeah, things can get really, there's a lot of miscommunication like that happens in chat, and with me too, I'll see something and I just don't understand it. Context is really important. I know. I just wanted to make sure. No, I'm not saying anybody said I was saying anything bad about her, but I just wanted to take that moment to say that because there has been, like, I've heard that rumor a couple times now that we're, putting my name with being somebody who is talk negative about Brady. That's not true. No, I think it was because some of my subscribers or some of my old mods were really attached to that case, and I think they had some, I don't know, I've never had any problem with Brandy, and I've never thought she was guilty at all. I don't know. The call just dropped, but that's okay because I need to go anyways, guys. But we could definitely talk about this tomorrow. It's something to think about. I don't know. It's hard for me to really. I do think much of what she's saying could be true. At the same time, though, I mean, it can still be true, but I just kind of disagree about the Dawn and Candace thing not having anything to do. I think, and if they don't have anything to do with it, I think that they know. Yeah, that's right. Her phone was dying. That's true. That's true, Christy. That's true. That's also true. Candace and Grandis are not from Tennessee. Well, I do get some of what she's saying because of some things were lining up. However, a surrounding, because I've always felt some sort of way about Marlena Crawford and her connection to all this. So that's why I have a tendency to kind of agree with a big part of what she was saying, except it's hard for me to believe that Dawn and Candace were involved. I think that what Lynn was saying can be true, but at the same time, also Don and Candace be involved with that. Because, I mean, if we have Marlena Crawford living with Candace for weeks before Summer went missing, they were really close. And if Marlena was into this type of activity and these type of people, I would think that Candace would probably be right up in it too. Well, because she was, I plead the fifth because she was staying there. She was staying at Dawn and Candace's for weeks, up until a couple of days before Summer went missing. And then she won't talk to anybody unless like they pay her. She's been like which, I mean, maybe she just doesn't want the attention and stuff. I can see, like, but she's just so shady acting. Then the ties to Marlena Crawford and the guy that passed away the day after Summer went missing, June 16th. Earl Taylor found face down in the creek. That's Marlena Crawford's cousin, and also hit that guy's wife. Was also the guy that was face down hit his wife was also sleeping with Marlena's brother. Marlena has a lot of ties to some weird things. That's why. And just the stuff that Fred has said too. Yeah, I didn't get any emails. Like, she sent me, unless it says Victoria. I'd asked her to resend it. So, Lynn, or I'm not sure what your name is, but if you could please send me that stuff that you were talking about, that you sent Dolly to, because I am curious. I'm definitely, I can see how some of it makes some sense, but I think we're going to clash about Don and Candace, so I don't think it's going to be very hard for me to not believe that they're involved. And also then I have to say, okay, that means that Judy Sue's not involved. No, I think if what she's saying is true, I think Judy Sue was all up in the same, whatever weird type of ring they had going on, weird type of freaking sex trafficking ring activity over there on Ben Hill Road or something. Oh yeah, I didn't understand what she was trying to say about when I mentioned goad. I was very confused. But maybe she'll come on tomorrow, or something, and we can ask some more, I'm sure, because I was very confused about that part too. I don't think she was saying her last name's Goad, but I don't know if she thought I was saying a different name or what. But I can't think of what possible. I mean, there's Hills, there is Goads, obviously there's Bernard and Bernard and Crawford. Light, probably. Right. What's Raymond's? Anyways, I can't think of any really G names. Gooch. She said house has already been burnt and they would come after her. You know what? Well, I do know that freaking, I do know of, that Fred had one of his buildings burnt down. That was after Summer went missing. That was after the first time I was there. So the second time when I had seen Fred again after seeing him my second visit to Tennessee, it was before then, so it would have been 2020, early 2022 when it happened, I think. But he had one of his buildings, somebody set one of his buildings on fire. She said her husband was a police officer. No, her son was a police officer. Goings. There she is. She did mention something about teaching, but it wasn't that she was a teacher. It was something else. Well, Lynn, you'll have to come back up maybe tomorrow or something. And please email me that stuff again that you're talking about. There's the email, Nightbot just dropped it. YouTube Ziggy@outlook.com. I want to get back into researching. So, because that's what I'm good at. That's what that's what interests me. Oh, I understand, Jane Doe. I'm open to it. I'm open to listening to it. I'm completely open to what she's saying. I don't think that she's I don't get the feeling that she is making up some story or anything. But I am gullible. But oh, you worked in the school system. Who your son is? Okay, Lynn. Well, guys, I am going to go. And thank you so much, Lynn, for coming up. You got us all talking and thinking, so I appreciate it. It makes me get passionate again for the case and want to look into things. So it's much appreciated. And how is Candace and Grinna assert generationally from the holler? Yeah, they're not. They're not. They're only, it's Dawn's family that is, that has any ties to the Tippin Hill. And that's the Goads. And that's only through marriage. It's not even his blood. That's through his stepdad. Dawn's stepdad. No, I believe you, Lynn. All right. Good night, guys. We'll talk tomorrow, okay? Have a good night.